Hey, so it's me, Shayna Gray. Here I am going into my 31st week of pregnancy, and I want to share a bit about my pregnancy journeys. I might as well say pregnancies, because this is my second pregnancy. The first one, which we talked a bit about in the podcast, was with baby Story, and it was a rough labor and delivery story. I guess the delivery in itself was easy because I ended up getting an emergency C-section, but getting there was hard. I think I was 35 weeks and 3 days maybe when I went into severe preeclampsia. It was super weird. First of all, I didn't realize how serious it was to go into preeclampsia, but it's extremely serious. I advise everyone to monitor their blood pressure when you're pregnant. Just make sure it's okay and on the up and up. So here are some signs to look out for. This is what I went through. I had weight gain, but more than the normal pregnancy weight gain. I had a midwife at the time when we lived in Ohio, and she could see it. Like, you could visibly see my nose starting to spread, my face starting to plump up. I think by week 32, maybe 30, it was hard for me to fit in my boots. It was hard for me to fit my feet into my shoes, just from the swelling. The swelling was crazy. And I had my baby shower 2 weeks before I actually went into labor. And when I looked at those pictures, I was like, who is that? Literally looked like a blowfish. Like, I blew up. And when I went back to my checkup with my midwife, she was like, yeah, I'm going to order you a 24-hour urine analysis because you've A, gained 15 pounds within 2 weeks, and B, it's visible. Like, we see something's going on. My blood pressure was elevating. I was like, okay. Just going with the flow. And she's like, just be prepared that the baby can come early. If the baby comes early, what will probably happen is we'll give the hormone shots. We'll give the hormone shots to help the baby's lungs develop so that we can go ahead and deliver. And of course, all these questions: is baby okay? Is this the time that can we do this right now? Because I want to make sure my baby is mature enough to, survive in this world if we go ahead and take her early. That following Wednesday, I had dinner with one of my friends. She came over. I had a blood pressure cuff at home, and I was feeling okay. I just decided to take my blood pressure that night. I didn't take it all day, and since I had already started taking it twice a day, but that day I didn't take it, and my lower back was hurting. I had lower back pain. But with it being my first pregnancy, I thought that that's what you were supposed to have. Didn't know. I took my blood pressure. Baby, that thing was high. I'm talking high. I text my best friend, who's a doctor, told her, she's like, you're in the seizure stroke range. You need to go to the hospital. And I'm like, okay. My husband got home. I was like, babe, I think we gotta go to the hospital. I called my midwife. She said, go straight to triage and don't stop. Went there, and they're like, you're not leaving here without a baby. I had just turned in my 24-hour urine analysis that day. And so it had enough protein to show that I was in preeclampsia. So we started the process. Immediately, they put me on magnesium to lower my, to make sure I didn't seize or stroke while in labor, blood pressure medication, and just starting to induce me. They had to soften my cervix because I wasn't ready. I wasn't at 36 weeks at this point. Started softening my cervix, which was fine. Everything was fine. We're in the labor and delivery. I'm still trying to labor naturally because that's my birth plan. I had an idea of how I wanted things to go. So I'm on the ball, bouncing. My husband's massaging me. He's painting my nails. I have the best playlist, which I have included in my blog, so feel free to check it out. Best music playlist going on. He brought our diffuser, with this beautiful aroma. I think it was lavender, just to relax and really set the mood. We were able to dim the lights, and the doctors were really nice. Unfortunately, the midwife that I'd been walking with throughout my entire pregnancy couldn't assist, because once I went into severe preeclampsia, it was out of her scope. And so I needed the medical team. I labored naturally, and by naturally, I mean without the epidural. From when we got there, it was Wednesday night. They started to induce me maybe Thursday through Friday, and I was laboring. The Pitocin hit, and on Friday, after my cervix was soft enough and I started dilating, those contractions, baby, I did not get a epidural. I didn't want one. Ooh, I was sitting in there. I was determined, praying, meditating. I was like, we can do this. We're going to do this. Baby, I got stuck at 6 centimeters. They were like, yeah, once you get to 6 centimeters, you should start dilating like that. I said, cool, we're going to do this. They came and checked me. About an hour later, I was still at 6 centimeters with the magnesium that I was on and the Pitocin I was on going through my veins, the IV, fighting each other, because the magnesium essentially is a muscle relaxer, and the Pitocin, you know, kicks in with the contractions. Getting us started. Baby, I couldn't feel my legs. I said, we are done. And they're like, yeah, baby's heart rate's getting agitated. That's all you have to say. We're going to a C-section. So we did. Went ahead and did a C-section. Story Monroe Gray was born at about 2:22 a.m., I think. And here we are. Second pregnancy. I don't know if you can see this belly. Yeah. Round belly. This time, I'm all belly. Thank God. However, we did find out it's too much belly. Too much amniotic fluid is what they say. And I think it's called whatever. Too much amniotic fluid, okay? So, essentially, my belly blew up like a water balloon super fast. Baby's over 3 pounds. He's doing great. So they say with this, I'm right on the cusp. The cutoff is 25. I'm at a 28. So we're monitoring this pregnancy close too, because with all the fluid, it can cause issues with breathing. Of course, issues with the baby. More than likely, I'll have little man a little sooner than we expected. He's due April 10th, but baby might be joining the party a little sooner. Crazy, right? So I'll keep everyone posted, but I haven't had any symptoms other than the belly blowing up. I've already been seeing a high-risk specialist because of what I went through in my previous pregnancy with this preeclampsia. I do have an underlying condition of polycystic kidney disease, which I didn't know about until after I had Story. So according to them, they think that makes me more at risk to go into preeclampsia again. But I feel pretty good about that, because by this time, last time, I could see where I was headed. But this time, my blood pressure's been regulated. Things have been going great, other than amniotic fluid. So, not concerned about the preeclampsia. Also, this time around, I did take a baby aspirin a day, which has been proven to prevent going into preeclampsia. And so, I don't know if it helped, but all I know is I don't have those symptoms. So, I'm grateful. So that's a bit about my pregnancies thus far. Definitely will keep you posted. Here we are, 30 weeks. What's today, Thursday? So in 2 days will be 31 weeks. Yeah, all is well. Things are going great. I'm a bouncing baby girl who will be 1 this month. And I'm excited to share how she even interacts with her baby brother. It's gonna be crazy. 2 under 2. Can't wait to share with you guys.